Hey, before anything else, I just want to say, I'm really glad you're here, because what I'm about to share with you today is something I truly wish someone had told me sooner. The average Filipino saves around 4% of their income. Meanwhile, Chinese-Filipino families, and many families rooted in East Asian values, they save 33% or more. That's 7 times the difference. And after 30 years, with the power of compound interest, that gap isn't just about money anymore. That gap is the difference between retiring with almost nothing and retiring with millions in the bank. Even if both people started with the exact same salary. This isn't about who works harder. It's not about the cost of living. It's not about who got lucky. It comes from a 5-part wealth-building system that Chinese-Filipino families have refined for generations, quietly passed down from Lolo and Lola to Tate and Nane to the kids, while most of us are playing by a completely different set of rules. In this video, I'm going to break down all 5 secrets for you. I'll explain why they work so powerfully, and most importantly, how you can start applying them to your own wallet this month. All right, let's begin. Let me introduce you to Carlo. He's 26 years old, renting a small room in a boarding house in Mandaluyong. Works as a marketing assistant at a mid-sized company in BGC. He's been working for about 4 years now. Take-home pay? Around 15,000 a month. On the outside, he looks like he's doing okay. New-looking clothes, coffee shop check-ins on Instagram. Seems like life is good. But let's look honestly at Carlo's bank account. His credit card bill this month? Almost 8,000. Mostly Shopee orders, Lazada flash sales, GrabFood deliveries, and a blender he bought on promo. That's still inside the box, never opened. His salary account? Less than 500 left, just enough to survive until next payday. Emergency savings? Barely a few hundred pesos. After 4 years of working, that's all Carlo has to show for it. And here's the thing. Carlo is not a bad person, not even close. He's not lazy. He's not irresponsible. He's just running the most common operating system among young Filipinos today. Receive salary, spend, enjoy pay bills, whatever's left at the end of the month, save. The problem? There's never anything left at the end of the month, because spending habits always expand to fill whatever money you have in your pocket. This isn't Carlo's fault alone. It's a system-wide problem. And most of the working people around us are caught in the same trap. But on the other side, there's a different system, one that has been proven, generation after generation. It doesn't require you to grind 24/7 for a raise. It doesn't require you to be born into a wealthy family. It only asks you to change the order of how you decide where your money goes. Carlo made a decision. He was going to reset his financial operating system. No job change, no salary negotiation, no moving to a cheaper room. What he changed were the silent rules controlling the flow of his money. This 5-step system is not some fake budgeting spreadsheet. It's not advice to take on 3 side hustles until you burn out. It's not empty motivational talk about a rich mindset. It is a sequence of preset decisions that determine where your money goes before you even get a chance to touch it. Here are the 5 secrets, and please, apply them in this exact order. Because the sequence matters just as much as the secrets themselves. Secret number 1, kun quan kun chian, save first. The principle is beautifully simple. The moment your phone lights up with that salary notification, a portion of your money automatically moves to a savings or investment account. You only get to spend what's left. Most of us do the opposite. We receive our salary, spend, pay bills, and then save whatever's left over. The problem with that formula, there is never anything left over. Spending will always expand to consume whatever you're holding in your hands. It's like a cabinet, diba? The bigger the cabinet, the more clothes you buy to fill it. That's just how our psychology works. The only way to break that pattern is to take the money away from yourself Before the urge to spend even kicks in, Carlo takes home $15,000 a month. With his old habits, his expenses ate through his wallet by around the 25th of every month. His savings? Maybe 3%, a few hundred pesos. And that's only because SSS and PhilHealth were already deducted. Now Carlo applies secret number 1. He opens his banking app, Gcash, Maya, or his BDO account, and sets up an automatic transfer for 7 a.m. the morning after payday. The system automatically moves $3,000, that's 20% of his income, straight to a separate savings account or a low-risk mutual fund, earning around 6 to 8% per year. He doesn't even see that money sit in his spending account. His actual monthly budget is now $12,000. Trust me, the human brain adapts fast. Within 1 to 2 months, Carlo will be completely comfortable living on $12,000. Because when you know exactly what you have, you naturally stop buying random stuff you don't need. After 1 year, Carlo has saved and invested $36,000. Under his old habits, he would have scraped together maybe $5,000 to $6,000 for the entire year. Now let's zoom out. Let's do the 30-year math at an average return of 8% per year. The Save First habit gives Carlo approximately $4.4 million by retirement. The old habit, Spend First, Save Whatever's Left, gives him around $740,000. Same job, same $15,000 salary, same boarding house room. The only difference that creates millions is the order in which he allocates his money. If you forget everything else in this video, please just remember one thing. Open your banking app right now. Set up an automatic transfer for the day after payday. 20% is ideal. If that's too tight, try 10%. Even 5% is fine. Any number is better than 0. Once that first step is automated, everything else becomes so much easier to manage. And hey, before we move on, I just want to remind you of something, friend. Your health is your greatest wealth. No savings plan works if your body gives out early. So please, take care of yourself. Skip the cigarettes. Skip the alcohol, your lungs, your liver, your family. They need you whole. You're not just saving money, you're saving yourself. Secret number 2, GN, spend with intention. Now, frugal or thrifty, those words sometimes get misunderstood. Gian is not about suffering. It's not about eating instant noodles 3 times a day, or canceling your internet plan, or saying no to every Tambay session with your barcada. The real meaning is conscious spending. Every peso that leaves your wallet should go somewhere that actually matters, not disappear into an invisible hole called lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation, that's the quiet trap that keeps most Filipino workers from ever buying their own home or car, and they don't even realize it's happening. Here's how it works. You get a raise at work, and within 3 months, your monthly expenses have quietly grown to match your new income. Salary goes up $3,000 a month? Suddenly, you're renting a slightly better room with its own CR, eating at slightly nicer restaurants on weekends, adding another streaming subscription, having your laundry picked up, instead of doing it yourself. 1 year later, your monthly savings are exactly the same as when you were earning less. That's why a manager earning $35,000 a month sometimes ends the year with the same savings as a rank-and-file employee earning $15,000. Income goes up, expenses follow every single time. Gizan breaks that trap. When Carlo gets his first $3,000 raise, he doesn't celebrate by upgrading his lifestyle. He immediately sets aside $2,500, almost all of the salary increase, and sends it straight to his investment account before it has a chance to corrupt his spending habits. The remaining $500, that's his reward. A movie out, a small treat, something that genuinely makes him happy. Meanwhile, that $2,500 is quietly working for him in the background. Now imagine this. Over the next 15 years of his career, Carlo gets 5 promotions and salary increases. Each time he follows the same discipline. Hide the raise, invest it, let compound interest do the rest. That single habit adds approximately 1.5 million to 2 million to his total retirement wealth. That money doesn't fall from the sky. It comes from Carlo refusing to let his lifestyle get more expensive every time he earns a little more. While most people shrink the gap between income and spending, Gian keeps that gap wide open. And here's something I really want you to hold on to. Being generous with your family and friends. That is not lifestyle inflation. That is love. That is who we are as Filipinos. What Gian asks you to cut is the mindless spending, the impulsive Shopee cart at midnight, the things you buy because an algorithm told you to. Those things don't make you happy, they just make you poorer. Secret number 3, the filter of need versus want. This is a lesson that traditional families teach their children early. There are 2 categories. The first, what you need. These are things that protect your health, your safety, and your livelihood. For these things, never be cheap. If you need a good pair of work shoes that you'll wear every day, buy quality. Buy once. A $250 pair from the Tange that hurts your feet and falls apart in 2 months? That's not saving money. That's losing money twice. If you're working long hours at a desk, invest in a proper chair. A bad chair leads to back problems, and back problems lead to medical bills that cost far more than the chair. For your real needs, especially anything related to health and work, the rule is, buy right the first time. The second category, what you want. These are things you like, things that look nice, things that are tempting. But honestly, life goes on just fine without them. For wants, we install a second filter, cost per use. The math is simple. Take the price of the item, divide it by how many times you'll realistically use it. That number tells you everything. Carlo spots a 3,000 pair of running shoes. Looks good, feels amazing on his feet. In the old days, he might have impulsively bought them and regretted it by the 28th of the month. Or he would have hesitated and bought a fake 500 pair that falls apart in 10 weeks. But now he runs the numbers. Good shoes last at least 3 years. He wears them to work, to the gym on weekends. At a minimum, 250 days a year. That's 750 wears total. 3,750 uses at 4 per wear. That's cheaper than a bottle of water from a vending machine. He buys them. No guilt. Now Carlo looks at a trendy hoodie from a local brand that's blowing up on TikTok. Price, $1,500. He knows himself. He buys things like this, wears them maybe 8 times, then gets bored or worries about someone wearing the same thing. Spree 1,500E8 uses 1,8,750 per wear. Red flag. He puts it back. This is not about being stingy. It's about being awake. Modern shopping, Shopee, Lazada, TikTok Shop, is specifically designed to put your brain to sleep at the exact moment you're about to open your wallet. One-click checkout, Face ID payment, flash sale countdown timers. The cost per use calculation is a 5-second wake-up call. It forces you to pause and think before money leaves your hands. Try applying this filter to any non-essential purchase over $500. You'll be amazed how much money stays in your pocket. For the average Filipino office worker, about 2,000 to 3,000 vanishes every month into things used a handful of times and then forgotten. If you rescue just half of that, worth $1,500 per month, and invest it at 8% per year for 30 years, you're looking at over $2.2 million. A fortune built from one simple habit: 5 seconds of math before you swipe. And while we're on the topic of what we spend on, I want to talk to you for a second. Not as a financial channel, but as someone who cares about you. Cigarettes, alcohol, vaping, sugary drinks every day. Let's be honest about what those cost. A pack of cigarettes a day, that's $1,000 plus a month. Drinks every weekend, easily another $1,500 to $2,000. That's $30,000 or more a year. Over 30 years invested instead. That's more than 3 million. But here's what hurts me more than the money. It's your health. It's your lungs. It's your heart. It's the years you won't get back. I'm not judging you. I just care about you too much to stay quiet about it. You deserve to live long. You deserve to see your kids grow up. You deserve to be there, healthy, strong, and whole, for the people who love you. That's worth so much more than any vice. Secret number 4, Jiashan, the legacy mindset. This is the secret that quietly multiplies the power of everything else. The core idea is this: wealth is not built to be spent in one lifetime. It is built to be passed on, grown, and preserved across generations. Most of us work and save with one goal: to make sure we're okay when we retire, not a burden to anyone. But Chinese-Filipino families optimize for something bigger: the financial freedom of the entire family across multiple decades. The clearest example, ang pera na ibinibigay sa bata tuwing Pasko. In Chinese-Filipino culture, giving money to children during the holidays isn't just tradition. It's a child's first financial classroom. The money isn't for candy or toys. The parents hold it. They put it in a piggy bank. They open a savings account at the bank. The child slowly watches that money grow every year. By the time they're a teenager, they've already internalized 2 ideas that most schools never teach. 1. Money is for building, not just spending. 2. Small amounts of money, left alone in one place, grow into something powerful over time. Now look at most of us. We graduate. We start working. We slowly figure out what compound interest even means. And then we spend years making up for impulsive decisions we made when we were young. Every generation starts from zero. Every generation pays the same expensive tuition just to learn the basics about money. But with the legacy mindset, that financial operating system gets passed down directly. No generation has to start from scratch. If Carlo applies all 5 secrets well, he retires with around 4.4 million. But if Carlo passes this same operating system to his children and gives them even a small head start, say 100,000 as seed money when they turn 22, by the time that child is 50 years old, they're sitting on tens of millions of pesos. Compound interest from one lifetime becomes compound interest across 2 lifetimes. The greatest inheritance you can give your children is not a piece of land. It's not money in a bank account. It's the financial mindset that allows them to build their own wealth from the ground up. And even if you don't have children yet, this principle still applies. You are passing this system forward to the future version of yourself. The 45-year-old you. The 55-year-old you. Treat that person with the same love and intention you would give to your own child. You know what the most generous thing you can do for your family is? Not giving them everything they ask for right now. It's teaching them the difference between what lasts and what disappears. A person who is kind, humble, and honest, who works hard, takes care of others, and spends wisely, that person builds something that money alone can never buy. Secret number 5, patience. Not the gritting your teeth kind of patience. The quiet, steady kind, like watching a tree grow tall enough to give shade. In the wealth-building mindset of successful families, time itself is the greatest asset. Not a high income, not huge investment returns, not luck, time. Here's why this is critical. Many of us in the Philippines today love the idea of a quick flip. Buy a lot, buy crypto, buy a stock. 3 months in, the market dips, we panic and sell. Or we make a small profit and immediately cash out to buy a motorcycle. Meanwhile, families with real wealth hold their assets for 10 years, 15 years, sometimes longer. The difference in holding time is the most accurate predictor of who ends up wealthy, not who is smarter. Remember Carlo's 36,000 saved per year, invested at 8% annually? Let's watch what time actually does to that money. After 5 years, Carlo has about 210,000. After 10 years, around 520,000. After 15 years, approximately 1 million. After 20 years, around 1.8 million. After 25 years, surpassing 3 million. After 30 years, hitting 4.4 million. Do you see what's happening? The growth from year 15 to year 30 is more explosive than all of the first 15 years combined. That's not a math error. That is the brutal, beautiful power of compound interest. The biggest gains always come in the final years, after most people have already lost patience and pulled out. This is what I call the impatience tax. Money flows from the hands of the restless into the hands of the still. Every time someone panics and sells at a loss, someone calm and patient buys at a discount and waits for the market to recover. The market has never rewarded the smartest investor. It rewards the most patient one, and that's why this entire 5-step system works. It is designed to keep your money in the market long enough for compound interest to finish its work. Let's fast forward. Let's see what really happens to Carlo over 30 years if he sticks with all 5 secrets. Same job, normal career, regular raises, still renting, nothing fancy. The only thing that changed, the operating system in his head. Year 1, Carlo saves and invests $36,000. For the first time in his life, the money he saved in 12 months is more than everything he scraped together in his first 4 years of working. Year 5. By applying the raise-hiding discipline and the cost-per-use filter, Carlo's total invested assets hit $250,000. Year 10. Carlo crosses $700,000. Instead of buying an expensive car or upgrading to a luxury condo, he makes his first major asset purchase. Maybe a small lot in the province, or a down payment on a condo unit he can rent out. Year 15. Total assets reach 1.5 million. This is the inflection point. The interest earned each year now exceeds the amount Carlo contributes from his salary. Money is making more money than Carlo himself. Year 20, around 2.6 million. His passive investment income equals half his monthly salary. Even if Carlo stops contributing entirely, the portfolio keeps growing on its own. Year 25, over 3 million. Financial independence is no longer a dream shouted in motivational videos. It's a date on a calendar. Year 30, consistent reinvestment, unbroken discipline. Total wealth, approximately 4.4 million. Now place this beside Carlo's old path. Same starting point, same job, same 15,000 salary. If he had kept living the spend first, save whatever's left way, he retires with about 740,000. With the new operating system, nearly 6 times more. The difference has nothing to do with salary size. It lives entirely in how you order your money, the discipline that feels almost boring, a little bit of math, and patience. None of these rules are complicated. None of them require you to be born into a rich family. None of them require a 6-figure salary. Anyone with a banking app, a clear head, and the willingness to think in decades instead of months can do this. Let me wrap this up for you, friend. Here are the 5 actions, clean and simple. 1. Save first, automate it. Set up an automatic transfer of 15% to 20% of your salary the morning after payday. Save first, spend what's left. 2. Don't let your lifestyle grow with your salary. When you get a raise, hide 90% of it into your investment account before your spending habits have a chance to adjust. Keep the gap between income and expenses wide open. 3. Run the math before you buy. For any non-essential item over 500, divide the price by how many times you'll realistically use it. Let the number decide, not your feelings. 4. Think in generations. If you have children, teach them about compound interest, starting with their first birthday money. If you don't have children yet, treat your future self as the next generation. Pass this system forward. 5. Be patient, be still. Most of the massive wealth I've been talking about today won't appear until year 15, year 20, or year 30. Patience is the multiplier. Everything else is just the conditions. Most of us are working hard inside a system that was designed to make other people rich. The big brands, the shopping platforms, the delivery apps, they're all engineered to put your brain to sleep at the exact moment you're reaching for your wallet. This 5-step system isn't a secret because it's hidden. It's a secret because very few people are willing to do these 5 boring things with discipline for 30 years straight. But whoever does it wins. And you know what? I believe you can. Not because the math says so, but because you're already here. You're already asking the right questions. You already care about your future. That matters more than people realize. One more thing before I let you go. Be kind to people. Be generous with your time and your love, not just your money. A person who is honest, humble, and good-hearted will always find people willing to help them grow. Take care of your body. Get enough sleep. Eat real food. Don't let the stress of chasing money cost you the health you need to enjoy it. And please, please, stay away from the vices that drain your wallet and steal your years. You matter too much. Your family needs you. Your community needs you. And your future self, the one living comfortably at 55, needs the decisions you make today. I'll see you in the next video, Pri. Keep building, keep saving, keep being good. This is Kuripot Club, and we're in this together. If this video gave you a new way of looking at your finances, hit that like button and subscribe to Kuripot Club so you don't miss what's coming next. Because we're going to keep breaking down the real math behind lasting wealth, one honest conversation at a time. Salamat. Take care always.